Okay, let's try to simplify some more things. Let's say we have something like, I don't know, 4 to the, or let's say we have 4x to the 3 halves times x to the 4 ninths. And we want to simplify this. Assuming that all numbers make sense, we're not allowing x to be negative, so we have negative, a negative root there. Assuming expressions make sense, how can we simplify this? Well, lots of ways. What we can do first is we can say, hey, this is 4 to the 3 halves times x to the 3 halves times x to the 4 ninths. And what do we do here? Well, this is 4 to the 3 halves. So I can take 4 to the 1 half cubed. Or I could also take 4 cubed to the 1 half. I'd rather do it this way because I know this is going to be 2 cubed. Now for this, I have x to the 3 halves plus 4 ninths. Because these both have x in the base, I add the exponents. Well, for this part here, I get 2 cubed, which is 8. Now, this is going to be a little tricky. I have to find a common denominator if I'm going to add those. Not too bad. So what I could do is I could multiply this by 9 over 9 and this by 2 over 2. So I get 9 times 3, which is 27 over 18, plus 8 over 18. That's my exponent here. So what do I get? Well, 27 plus 8 is x to the 35 over 18. And is there anything I can do there? Well, I'm not going to be able to take a 3 out of the top and the bottom, and I'm not going to be able to take a 2 out of the top and the bottom. So I'll just stop right there. What else could I do? Well, let's say I wanted to take, I don't know, 3x to the 1/3 times x to the 3 halves over x to the 1/4 times x. Okay, might be sufficiently scary for you right now. However, lots of things we can do here. What we can do first is we can say, hey, this is going to be x to the 1/3 plus 3 halves. And in the bottom, this is going to be x to the 1/4 plus 1. Well, I can simplify this. This is going to be, well, 1/3 is going to be the same as 2/6, and 3 halves is going to be the same as 9/6. In the bottom, I have x to the 1/4 plus 4/4. So I get 3 times x to the 11/6 divided by x to the 5/4. Now, of course, this is 3 times x to the 11/6 over x to the 5/4, so I can subtract exponents here. This is 3 times x to the 11/6 minus 5/4. So what do I get? I get 3, well, common denominator here would be 12 would be a good choice. So I get 22 over 12 minus 15 over 12. And this is going to be equal to 3 times x to, okay, well, what's 22 minus 15? That's 7 over 12. And that is my answer.